Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Kit Connor and Rachel Zegler are making their Broadway debuts in Sam Gold's new production of Romeo and Juliet, and we're here on opening night.
It is my biggest dream come true. Sam is my favorite theater director of all time. Kit's my favorite human now. I didn't really know anything about him before, but it is an absolute dream come true to just have the stars align in such a way. And this is my home. New York is my home, and to be working here is awesome.
Great. But introducing a whole new young audience to the theater and to Shakespeare, what that means to you.
It's the most incredible thing. I mean, I think Sam's goal was to fill seats with young people and have them leave with an understanding and appreciation for Shakespeare and for theater in general. It seems like we've been successful so far, so I'm very excited for the next 20 weeks and hopefully more and more people.
Sharing the stage with everybody, but with Kit, you're both making your debuts together, what that's meant to you.
He is one of the most unbelievable performers I've ever had the opportunity to share a scene with. It makes me wish we had more scenes together, but Shakespeare didn't let us do that. But he's just amazing and unbelievably professional and kind, and he's so young that there really is like nowhere to go but up for him. It's unbelievable.
I'm really excited. I mean, it's an interesting thing because I didn't realize going into this job how long previews were on Broadway, especially for a play like this. And working with Sam, previews is really where the magic happens in a lot of ways. So yeah, it's kind of it felt like we opened a long time ago, but the show has been, evolving and improving so much. So I think that I'm really excited for people to finally see what we've come up with,
There are many Broadway debuts in the show, but you and Rachel, of course, are sharing the stage as Romeo and Juliet and going through this together. What has that been like, and sharing the stage with her?
It's been wonderful. It's been a real a joy from beginning to end. She's although we've still got a while to go, so we'll see what happens. But no, she really is like such a wonderful professional and person, and it is the kind of thing of we don't actually have that many scenes together because of the nature of the play. But every scene that we do have together are some of my easiest because we have. Oh, there we go. We've got a big fat bus. It's. I just feel like our natural chemistry is really wonderful, and it's a real joy to be able to share the stage with her.
I feel so grateful that we made it to this point. The first Broadway show I did was right after lockdown, and we were still reeling from the fact of whether or not we'd be able to experience theater in the same way. So to make it here and have our cast be healthy and happy and get to share the show, hugely grateful.
I used to dream about doing Shakespeare deconstructed and reconstructed and cooked and undercooked and all sorts of different kinds of ways in college, and now I'm doing it on Broadway. It's insane.
I got obsessed with the fact that he wrote for the people. I want to give it back to the people, and the fact that this is a diverse cast, a diverse team, a diverse show. I feel like I'm doing what I want to be doing, which is giving it back to the people.
To me, we're doing Shakespeare as Shakespeare I think it's intended to be done, but then doing away with all the sort of I think hoity-toity and pretentious aspects of that can come with Shakespeare that are actually just cultural and not how Shakespeare was, which is radical and interesting and progressive, and I think we're doing that version of it, which is nice.
I've always been a fan of classics. I love doing classics in school as an actor, and it's just not something that you are afforded many opportunities to do, I think, professionally, unless you study in London, and that's part of your professional curriculum. But I think for us in America, it's less conventional to be doing Shakespeare on Broadway. So that to me just feels like the greatest gift of all time. And I think getting to act for the first time as the person that I am feels really exciting. I haven't acted since I transitioned, so getting to do that in Sam Gold's universe is the best place to do it.
3.5 months ago, I was sat at home, unemployed, had an opportunity to read this play with Kit and Rachel in a room in Green Park, sort of this impromptu read-through that they were doing together whilst they were both filming a movie. I read in front of Sam Gold and Taylor Williams and the rest of the creative team over Zoom. And then a week later, I got a call from Sam saying, you want to meet on a private call on Zoom and asked me how I would feel about coming to Broadway. And I'm like, oh, here I am. It's kind of insane.
I'm excited. You know, I served pizza down the block. So, like, to be here and working here now and doing my craft here now is amazing.
Okay, so when you found out you were cast in this show, what went through your mind?
So much excitement, some nervousness, but really just an honor to be working with these people and like knowing who was going to be a part of it. Sam, Sonia, Jack, Kit, and Rachel, and then finding out everybody as the cast came out. Just, I want to work with this person. I like this person's work. Just very excited. And all of that has come to fruition. So it's really wonderful.
You've made this so accessible to a whole new young audience. The greatest thing for me the other night was watching regular theater goers and all new theater goers who are being introduced not just to Shakespeare, but to the theater for the very first time. That was your goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really wanted to get young people to the theater. This is a play that young people connect to, so I chose it exactly to do that. Let's get young people to fall in love with theater and get off their phones. And it's really, really fun to see young audience come see this, laugh at 400-year-old jokes, care about poetry, breathe in a room together. They're getting it. It's a really fun feeling.
How excited are you tonight?
Beyond. And I can really celebrate because unlike other things I work on in theater, it's really done. It's been done for about 2 weeks now, but so I feel like I can really kick back and just enjoy it because it was a long, not long in theater standards, but still a long, intensive process, which I loved.
I mean, introducing a whole new young audience to Romeo and Juliet and the cast, what that means to you.
Saw the show last night. Walking into this space is what you dream of that all theater houses will look like. All walks of life, all ages, goth kids, club kids, all the kids, queer kids, all, like the world I want to see and the world I am is what I hope this is a huge step forward for the community to see how important it is to have these minds in space. It does nothing but inspire them and inspire their own art.